Okay, so today we're gonna be doing chapter 3, which is JavaScript and JavaScript multiple values, where we're gonna learn about arrays and their properties, arrays method, multi-dimensional arrays, objects in JavaScript, and then we're gonna learn. So basically, this is just um, examples of showing us how to create arrays, accessing elements. So we're gonna, and then we're just gonna go through the chapter project because they normally include everything that we need to know about the chapter. We're gonna scroll down, even the deleting, the methods are there at the top. But let's go to chapter project just to cover everything in summary. Um, just a second. Yes, chapter projects. But now we know that before we code, we're gonna link our JS and HTML together. We learned that on introduction to programming, and also chapter 1 of JavaScript. We learned about that, so we're not gonna go through it. So chapter project, manipulating an array. Um, take the following array: const the list, and then Lawrence, Zacchaeus, true, 35, null, undefined, and test 1, go 5, 1, 2. And then they said um, manipulate your array using various methods such as pop, push, and and shift and unshift, and transform it into the following. So when we finish, our output must look like this. And then they gave us steps on steps on what to do until we get to the console. So the first step, they say, um, from that list, they remove the first item and the last item from the given list. Remove the first item and the last item. So we know that I'm just gonna make my codes more. So we know that to remove first item and last item, we need to use dot shift and dot pop. So we're gonna say from that list, the list dot shift, and then we're gonna go to the second line. We're gonna say the same list, um, the list dot pop,
Oh, thank you.
and then just like that, we're done with our first instruction.
That was easy.
These two codes will remove the first and the last item on our given list. And then they said add the word first to the start of the array. So we know that every time we want to add something on the first of our array, we
Sorry,
need to
Vhukhudo.
use, sorry.
Uh, don't you think you must, after doing dot shift and dot pop, don't you want to log it to the console so you can see, so we can
we,
show what it looks like
we,
now?
we can console, it's not a problem. I'm gonna say console.log, and then we're gonna say the list to see so if it's updated first, and then we have the same columns. I'm just gonna run this for now. Um, yes, so we can only run these parts. We're gonna go to console. There it is. Um, it's really key because on the list, our first word was it's Vekis. I think that's how we call it. And then our last was what was the last word?
It was the array.
It was uh, it was an array two, one and two. Yeah, and then yeah, it worked. So it's fine. We can move on.
Yeah.
Okay. So gonna go back to our book. Let's try to make space. So we're gonna go to the second instruction, which says add um first to the start of an array. So from the new list that we have now, we're gonna put the word first. So let me use let me use some of that, I I'm opting to also okay. So they said we must put the word first. So we know every time we add a word or an array on the first or when we add something on the first um, position of an array, we use dot and shift. So we can just console this and see if the word first will be added. So no, we're gonna have to say the list and then we're gonna run it. I was not supposed to remove.
It's fine even if you don't comment it. Oh yeah, you have to comment it, otherwise it will change the array.
Yeah, I had to, so we
Yeah.
can see step by step.
Yeah.
Here we go. Our new array now has first, so we managed to add um the word first, which was instructed to us. So is it fine to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So and then the next step they said assign hello world to the fourth item value. So what are we gonna do? Um, what are we gonna do? We're gonna say to that list, the new list that we have, by the way, the one that we just ran now. That list on the third position, we're gonna uh, assign this hello world. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
On the fourth, on the fourth, sorry, on the fourth,
No, it's yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the fourth one,
uh,
but it's element three.
fourth one, element three, yes. So we can console it again just to see step by step how our updated list will look like. So we're just gonna say the list. But normally I prefer consoling everything I'm done. But there it is. So they said on the instruction said on the fourth item. So let's go and see if it's on the fourth item. Yes, on the fourth item. Is it making sense?
Yeah, it is.
So we can move on.
Yes.
Okay. Then we're gonna go to the next instructions, which says assign middle to the third index value. Third index value, that's item two. Um, it's item two, but we're gonna assign middle. So we're just gonna console again. We just copy this for the sake of time. Copy and paste. And then we're gonna run our code and see. There it is. They said on the third item. On the third item. So it's 1, 2. Is it fine?
Yeah.
Is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. So we're gonna go to the next one. Add last to the last position of an array. Add last to
That's
the
gonna
last
be.
position.
Is it
So
dot push?
So this one was supposed to be it's shift, right?
Dot push.
Push.
Yeah.
So it says the list dot push. Push like that.
And then you have to, in the brackets there, as your argument, you have to put what you want to add. So you're gonna have to type
So they
last.
said we must add last, the word last. Yeah.
It's in capital letters.
Sorry?
It's in capital letters.
Thank you. So I think we can just run the console and see if it's updated. And the same console, we're just gonna use it to now see all the changes that we made. It makes sense.
Yep.
That we don't have to do another console. This console will just now we're gonna see everything that we updated on the last so there we go. We updated medium, hello world, and last, and then we removed the first and the last from the original array. Is it fine?
Yeah, but we are not done. We have to remove null, undefined, and the object because our array needs to look like the one in the black box when we are done.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna do it here. We have to remove null and undefined. So we remove by we're gonna say the list. You correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Still the list. And then we're gonna just remind me which one to use to remove.
It's a dot splice.
Dot splice, yes, dot splice. And then we're gonna say
the first argument is where do we want to start deleting? So it's gonna be
so
0, 1, 2, 3,
0, 1, 2, 3.
So
4.
from 4,
It's gonna be 4. I think it's supposed to be inside the square brackets, right?
No, it's just 4.
4.
And then comma. And then the second one is how many things we want to delete. So we want to delete 3 things. So you're gonna put 3.
Oh, we're deleting also this.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be 3. And we're not adding anything, right?
No. Let's see if it works.
I don't think we're adding anything on the book. No, we're not. So I think we're just gonna run this.
Yeah.
you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So I think we're just gonna run this because we're removing, but we're not adding anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. There it is. Let's see if it looks. Let's go and confirm if it looks like the one on the book, and then we know we have the right thing first. But I don't know how to call this word. This word, Svek. I feel like this S you're not supposed to. I think it's in silent. Vike eyes. I don't know. Big eyes.
Yeah, it's
And
not
then we
weird.
have middle. We have hello world. We have last. So we got everything correct. So quickly. Yeah, we're gonna quickly move on to the company catalog. Okay, so now we're gonna go to company product. Then we're gonna try to play around with our codes and see if we're gonna get the right thing. Um, Fortunately for us, this one doesn't show us what are we supposed to see at the end. So we're just gonna have to see that everything is running. So company product catalog. In this project, you implement a data structure for your product catalog and create queries to retrieve
Sorry,
data.
Vhukhudo. Can
Yeah,
can I read the question and then you explain the code?
no problem.
Okay, so the first instruction: create an array to hold an inventory of store items.
Okay. So they said create an array to hold um, inventory item store. So we're just gonna say let inventory and then create an empty array. And then because they haven't told us yet what to put inside, so we're just gonna console it and see if indeed we're gonna have um, the array that we want. So you can say inventory, then we're just gonna
You
run
spelled
it
it
on
wrong.
our console.
There's an N missing.
Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna run it and see. It is empty because we haven't yet put anything. We'll wait for the instructions. So yeah, we can move on. We can move on to number 2.
Or create 3 items, each having the properties of name, model, cost, and quantity.
Okay. So we're gonna name them item 1, item 2, item 3 to avoid confusion. So we're gonna say let item 1, and then our item will have um all the what is the word for
Properties.
is all the properties. They said it should have name, model, cost, and quantity. So our first item we chose to use iPhone. So name we're gonna say iPhone. It's a string. It should be inside those quotation marks. And then model we said it's 15 Pro Max. We have a number here, but also because of Pro Max, this whole thing just become a string. And then the cost we said is 25,000. It's a number also, but because of that R for rand, it becomes a string. That's why it's inside the quotation marks. And the quantity is 3. And then we decided to play around and just put the boolean. And then we go to item 2. Say name, it's Nokia model. We use 3310. And then the cost is 300, quantity is 10. And then we go to our last item because we need to have 3 items. It's BlackBerry. Then our model is Ball 9700. and then our cost is 4,000, and the quantity is 8. So we're just gonna console this and see if now our array is updated or with these three products that we just created. Let's see the log, and then we say click here, then we go to our console and operation C.
It's still empty because we just created the objects. We didn't add them into the array, so they just exist, but they are not in the
Yes,
array.
yes, yeah.
We're gonna
Okay.
add them after. That's the next step.
Okay, let's go.
Add all three objects to the main array using an array method. And okay, sorry, you cut out the text. I'm reading for you.
Sorry. Let me just fix that. Yeah.
Okay. Add all three objects to the main array using an array method, and then log the inventory array to the console. So that's what you said now.
Okay. So that's what we did. We now we're gonna say inventory the push, and then we're pushing all our items inside our empty array that we created on the first instruction, item 1, item 2, item 3. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah. Let's check on the log it on the console and see if they're added.
Console.
But it looks okay. No, you already have it. Just uncomment line 49.
Oh yeah.
But it looks correct though. I think it's gonna run okay.
It has to run.
Yeah. So the
It's there. iPhone. So it's there.
yeah.
It's the first array that we created. And yeah. So now our array is updated with our three items 0, 1, 2, 3. We start counting from 0, but the actual array. So we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay.
Access the quantity element of your third item and log it to the console. Experiment by adding and accessing more elements within your data structure.
Okay. Just as we said, access quantity element of your third item. Our third item is this.
There.
Then log it into the console. What did I do? Third element. Access the. I think I was playing around. I think I already changed these numbers, because if it's saying
No, it's there. It's
access
just
and
you can just
quantity.
remove. You can comment out line 49 and then line 50. That's the one you wanna do. Yeah, but remove line 49.
Must delete it.
You can comment it out. Yeah. So let's check on the console now. It's supposed to show us 8.
Or what?
No, it's
so
quantity, not
it's
cost.
1
Sorry, change cost to quantity.
quantity. So we're supposed to see 8, because they said third 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's run and see. Perfect.
8.
We have our 8.
Yeah.
So I think what was happening here also with this, now I was just trying to play around. Now I was looking for quantities on my first element, even though it was not here, because they said you can experiment by adding accessing more elements. So that's what I was doing here. Now I decided I'm gonna check the quantity of my first element.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can I ask you something? I forgot the price. I forgot the price of the first item. Can you please show me on the console how much it costs?
first price of the price of
the first item.
first item.
Yeah.
Okay, say console.log. My first item will be my first item should be virtual. First element will be 0. You said the cost.
Yeah, the cost.
Cost. Yeah, I'm gonna console it and see. Let's check. So we have to see 25,000. There you go.
Oh, okay. Nice. Nice.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
So just like that, we're done with our chapter 2. Thank you very much.
Thank you.